All right, Jim, let's get another question in. This one sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from Stephen Powell. Happy New Year to you both. I've seen a top 10 list that was made by What Culture of boring wrestlers, and it pissed some people off. I found it to be funny and kind of accurate. I was wondering what your thoughts are on the list. Can I read you this list, Jim?
Read me the list.
Number 10, the most boring wrestlers of 2020, King Corbin.
The Possum King, the Grand Marshal of the WWE Possum Day Parade. I can't argue too much with that.
Number 9, Chris Statlander.
Oh, gosh, she was the space alien.
Yes.
Wasn't she that landed from the planet Zambodia or the, outer galactic? Maybe
the Andromeda Galaxy.
She came on the same spaceship that carried Baby Farts McGee's axe to South Park. When they stole all that space cash. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if boring or just stupid would be.
But that's the thing. I don't know if boring is the right word I would use for her.
Well, it wasn't boring. Wasn't she one of the ones that hurt Britt Baker? Wasn't she one of the ones that threw one of the girls on, or was she the girl that was thrown on Britt Baker?
No, they threw Nyla Rose on Britt Baker, I think.
Well, then who threw Nyla?
It may have been her, but then she tore her ACL.
Yeah, then she got hurt too. I guess it's not really boring when you can get fucking hospitalized at any moment when somebody's around.
I wouldn't put her on a boring list in any way.
Okay, well, let's scratch her off that list.
Bizarrely intriguing, maybe. Number 8, Kushida.
Oh, good Lord. No, he's not boring. The only boring thing about him is his wardrobe. I wish that he would somebody for Christmas maybe would get him some gear. But I don't think that he's boring. He does a lot. He's just the size of a small child, and he dresses like a guy that works at fucking Jiffy Lube. But he's not boring.
Number 7 is a wrestler I don't know if you've ever seen. From WWE, Mansoor.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Mantar? I'll agree.
No. Mansoor.
Oh, I don't know. How sore is he?
He was a 205 Live regular, and then I don't know if he's from Saudi Arabia. Oh, no, he is. He's a Saudi Arabian, so they pushed him big on the Saudi Arabian shows.
Oh,
but I don't think you've ever seen him, if I had to take a guess. But he's number 7
yeah.
on the list.
I bet he's pretty fucking boring.
Number 6, Ruby Riot.
Have we seen her anywhere do anything?
We've seen her a little bit every now and then on a WWE thing that we were forced to watch. She didn't stand out. I don't know if that classifies her as boring.
Well, but I don't remember talking about how bad she sucks, so that must mean that she's not as rotten as some of these girls. So I don't know. We'll have to withhold adjudication on that one.
Number 5, Tamina.
Well, what's her last name?
Snuka.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
Watch what you say, young man.
I forgot who she was. But wait a minute. I thought Nia Jax was related to Snuka.
No, Nia Jax is a cousin of The Rock's through marriage, I think.
Oh. So what's Tamina's story?
Tamina is the daughter of Jimmy Snuka. And I guess this may go to why she's boring. She's been there a while, and she just kind of doesn't stand out. She's just...
Wait a minute. Didn't we see her? And didn't I say something about she's related to Jimmy Snuka?
Possibly so.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, number 4 on the list. Again, the 10 most boring wrestlers of 2020.
Apparently, this list is not that far off.
R-Truth.
Again, I wouldn't say boring. I like Ron Killings. Worked with him in TNA. Good wrestler, good athlete. Now, basically when I hear him or see him doing something, it's generally this 24/7 title where they're winning it in the fucking airport lounge and the shit house and the fucking peanut stand and whatever. So I wouldn't say boring, but oh, how the mighty have fallen. He's a former NWA champion, and now he's fighting over A phony wrestling belt. Not even a real wrestling belt, but a phony wrestling belt.
See, it's weird. I don't know if boring's the right word, but I groan whenever I see him because I know what it's going to be.
It's going to be stupid.
But does that mean I'm bored by it, or just that I don't like it?
I think disgusted and bored is two different things. Bored is like, oh, God, when will this be over? But disgusted is like, why are they letting this motherfucker do this shit?
Number 3 on the list, Jake Hager.
You know, that may be a proper classification for Hager, because he's just he is the Johnny Sameface of AEW. Remember, at first they introduced him like this MMA badass, and he came out like a fucking middle-aged yuppie with a fucking Izod shirt on, taking his kids to get ice cream. And, you know, every once in a while you see flashes of what he could be with some coaching and somebody riding his ass, but, you know, otherwise he's just a big lug that's kind of fucking taking up some space.
Number 2 on the list, Hikaru Shida.
Well, I'll let you take that one, Brian, because you know my thoughts.
Well, but I don't know your thoughts in terms of boring. See, it's the term boring. It's not, do you like her? Do you think she's any good? Would you be booking her the way they're booking her? Is she boring?
Well, I can't even remember exactly which one she is.
Yes, you can. Stop that.
Well, I'm just trying to think.
You know, as I'm thinking of it, I actually think she may classify as boring.
That's what I'm saying. Is she the one that every match she has to fucking set a chair up at ringside and run and jump off the chair and make a big deal out of that?
I don't know. Does she do that?
There's one girl that does the chair spot constantly.
See, that's the thing. Like Riho, who we haven't seen in almost a year.
Oh, boy. And it's been a wonderful year besides the global plague.
Well, she'll be coming back.
It's been Riho-less.
She'll be back soon because apparently the promotion she works for in Japan is no longer using her because she's under contract to AEW, so they don't want to push her or do anything with her. But you don't like Riho. You can't say Riho was boring. Like, the term boring is the important thing here.
No, I would classify Riho more as pathetic.
Shida may be boring.
Shida may be boring.
Number 1. Do you have anyone you think will be number 1 on the most boring wrestlers of 2020 list? Based on the way this list has been structured so far.
Well, it has to be one of the WWE talents that takes 7 years to get to the ring on their entrance, and then...
No, it's not Randy Orton.
Why, there's a number of talents up there that I've had been describing. It's, but who also
I'm
is
give you a
devoid
clue.
Of it? Okay, give me a clue.
I'm going to give you 2 clues. WWE, main roster, tag team. You can classify them technically as a tag team.
Is it the ones that we can't remember what their names are? Is it Marcel Marceau and Fabian Forte?
No, it's not main roster.
Oh, not the main. I thought you said main roster.
I said
that's
main
not
roster.
The main roster.
Yeah,
okay, main roster. Oh, good Lord. It's not the crispy critter from Canyon Creek, a.k.a. The Fiend.
It's not The Fiend. Although will say, I do find his matches boring. Even with all the crazy, wacky bullshit that they have going on there.
Yeah. Jake Atlas.
Interesting pick, but not main roster.
Not main roster.
You don't seem to be grasping that part of it, so I will just give you the answer.
Just give me the goddamn answer. Why don't you just tell me the name of the movie you want to see?
The Miz and John Morrison.
Oh, man.
I said they could be classified as a tag team, main roster.
Yeah, well, I would never consider Morrison boring, but I would consider Miz any of those things. Boring, useless, pathetic, etc. But I would have not included Morrison as being, but I guess it's what they've done to him. He was a fine young man before they got a hold of him.
Well, I guess if you're put with a boring wrestler, if people think the Miz is boring, it would drag you down no matter what, wouldn't it?
That's true. Yes. The charisma sucking is stronger when your partner really is a black hole of charisma.
See, I wouldn't say he's a black hole of charisma. He has charisma. It's just, for some people, and at times
the wrong kind.
It's go away charisma. It's, I need to stop watching this clown act like a wrestler charisma. Well, there it is.
Well, there you have it.
The 10 most boring wrestlers of 2020. You know, Jim, some people, when they see the Miz come out on TV with a microphone, they may say, you know, I want to keep watching, but I should listen to something else.
They do not want to hear it. And unlike the studio audience in TBS in the 80s when Ole Anderson would cut a promo, instead of chanting over and over, we don't want to hear it, we don't want to hear it, just fix it where you can't hear it. Folks, every new year, all you hear about is New Year's resolutions, new habits, better habits, trying new things, new activities, new hobbies. I got something you can get right now that will make anything you do better. The wireless earbuds from Raycon. Whether you want to listen to something like directions for cooking in the kitchen, you got an audio book going while you're enjoying your favorite hobby, you're going for a workout and you got a playlist in your ear, or there's a significant other in your home that you do not want to listen to, whatever the case, a pair of the Raycon wireless earbuds will fix you right up. They make great sound accessible to everybody. These things start at half the price of those supposed premium audio brands. And I know, you know, everybody knows that I'm not high tech, but I always wondered for so long why all these goofy people have these white things sticking out of their ears. I was like, what the fuck? Can all these people have ear infections? You're attracting attention to yourself in a negative fashion when you got shit hanging out of your ears in public. Well, you don't have to worry about that with the Raycons because they come in a range of stylish colors, but they have a comfortable in-ear fit, so you don't look like you've got a parking meter hanging out of the side of your head. And they've got 6 hours of playtime, water and sweat resistant. I don't plan to swim underwater, but I do sweat freely. They pair quickly and seamlessly with Bluetooth, if you have any idea what that is. All I'm saying is, if you're going to get some earbuds, you got to get the Raycons. And right now, you can go to buyraycon, BUYRAYCON, buyraycon.com/JCE, and get 15% off the entire order. Whatever you want to buy, they're going to give you 15% off. buyraycon.com/JCE, 15% off. Get a pair and then get a spare. And then you'll have a pair to spare.